And there we go. I just realized I don't have any music. Well, I'll go find some. But hello, welcome back. We're doing streaming and we're doing art, even though that wasn't really the plan for today. But it is now. I can't listen to any of the music I actually like because I'll get in trouble on stream because it'll be copyrighted. Actually, you know what? I'm doing what I did last time. I'm going to listen to Spirit City music while having the music I actually like muted on stream. Because you guys get to listen to nice, peaceful, serene, quiet music. And I'm going to be listening to the stuff I want to. And you can't stop me. Also, yes, we have Kuiper Bunny beta designs on screen. We're going to be messing around with their designs today because it's critter time. I miss them, and I want them to exist in different manners. So that's what we're working on today. Hi, Agent! You're first! Welcome in. Welcome to being the first in orbit. Hi, Fancy! A yellow macaroon and a stack of blueberries. Delicious! Hey, Meeves, welcome in, everybody! But yeah, I'm working on drawing critters today. I also want to draw some OCs, so we'll be swapping between the two of those throughout stream today. Let's see, can I get music up? I can! Don't think it's actually playing through the thing yet, no. I will also be right back, because I want to go check on something. You know what? I should have otter-based critters in here. I probably will add that sometime soon. Also, hello, welcome in Shay, welcome in Comet. Hey, everybody. Hey, good. Pilot was really fun. I'm waiting on episode 2. I don't know when we'll be getting episode 2, because again, 2D animation probably going to take even longer. But we're going to wait. But yeah, Knights of Guinevere was really fun. Oh. You got the funny prize. But yeah, we are drawing up critters today. The funny little guys that surround the cafe. It is their job. Well, actually, it's not really their job. They just kind of are here. But yeah, as you can see, the Kuiper Bunnies are on screen for a reason, because I'm going to be working on their new design. I'm going to bring up a bunch of like pictures of sea slugs and nudie branches, because that's what the Kuiper Bunnies are originally based off of. Like the snow bunny, the leaf sheep, I think it's called, or just like the sea sheep. Nudie branches. But yeah, if you're ever wondering what inspired the Kuiper Bunnies, it is a mix of just, well, rabbits, obviously, and sea slugs, which is why they're colorful. And why you're not supposed to eat them. They are not food. I don't actually know if nudie branches are all toxic, but I'm pretty sure you shouldn't fucking eat them. They're colorful for a reason. Here, let's see. Nudie branch, sea slug, whatever you want to call them. The smallest ones are 1/4 of an inch, and the biggest ones are 12 inches. An entire foot, good for them. I am not. Enter your email to read this article. Hey, how about go fuck yourself, Natural Geographic? I'm not doing that. I don't care. You don't need my email. I just want to look at these things. Yep, and you can suck it. I'm keeping my ad blocker on as well. Go away. Let me read, damn it. And they can photosynthesize. Is that all of them or just the sea sheep? I know that one can because of the green on their back. Oh, it's nudibranch, not nudibranch. Whoopsies. Or nudibranch. There's not, that makes more sense. Nudibranch. Sea slugs, select shell, exposed gills. Very itty bitty. There's 3,000 species, apparently. Oh, they live in the Arctic, too? Wow. Some of them can live in the Arctic. Look at these guys. Maybe I should just grab the wiki page, because this is, like... This has fun facts about, like, them in general. I want, like, species facts. Sea slug, invertebrate, microscopic to almost a feet or more long. Oh, they're carnivores. Uh-oh. They're carnivores. Most of them are carnivores. There's a bunch of them. Suborders. There's 2 main suborders. Not saying either of those. Breathe through gills on their back. Oh, so they breathe through their little butt gills. And then the other one have the little spikies all over their backs. I guess because this species has so much variation, you can't really just use all of them as an example, else things get really complicated. So and then again, I did already pick a couple of my favorites, because I didn't pick the ones that have the little spiky backs, because those are just a little too complicated for me. Here, I can, like, grab an image of one. Because I was like, I can't simplify that in a way that I want to, so I'm just not gonna use it. That's a lot of my thought process behind all of my critters, but especially, like, anything I design, really. If I don't like it, I simply will not do it. I am only here for stuff that entertains me specifically. Oh, that's a large image. That image is very large, but either way, this is the ones that I was, like, vetoing. Because they're very spiky looking, and I just don't care to simplify it. They do look really cool, but they don't fit the idea I have for the Kuiper bunnies, nor their upgraded forms. These guys, on the other hand... Boop. Oh, that image is even bigger. Trunk. Crunch. Here we go. Especially because it kind of looks like they have little leggies. They technically don't, just like normal snails and slugs do not have legs. I guess this might be a trigger warning for people who don't like bugs, this stream. So, apologies, but we're gonna have a lot of these little weirdos on screen. But, like, this one's a good example of why I wanted the sea bunnies to look the way they do, or they used to, because this is the old form, and some of the beta versions of them as well. Thanks for making me small. Either way. Ignoring you, we have tiny creatures to talk about, and I'm not one of them. I refuse. We got these guys. I know a lot of them have spots. I might be updating the Kuiper bunnies to have more colorful body shapes and sizes. Variations as well. Especially because, like, the thing that inspires them has lots of little spots and stripes. Here's a stripier one. Wanted to grab a bunch of... kind of like we did with the Manta Fae the last time we did a stream like this. Where I had examples of Manta Rays up so I could figure out how they work a little bit better, even though they are only partially the inspiration. Also, yes, a lot of these critters are going to be sea-based. I just like sea-based stuff. Oh, hey, nice jackpot. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of little critters on screen today. Here, this image even best explains this guy right here, which I think, yeah, you can see this, the pointer. You won't be able to see when I'm drawing on it, though. Where? You're this one. Like, this one kind of like looks like it has little leggies on it, which is something I kind of wanted to add to the newer bunnies. So I kind of wanted them to have a sort of bean-shaped body, which I might bring another thing I drew for them once before. But they are supposed to have, like, little legs kind of like this. Just little short ones. This also has a good example of why I wanted to give them, like, 6 legs, too, because they're... I didn't want them to just have 2. This is not at all what I want it to look like, but that's fine. Oh, probably shouldn't delete that whole page. It'd be funny if the salty Kuiper Gummy Bunny was just a sea slug PNG. That would be. Is there already a salty one? I can't remember if that's the third... No, it's sweet, sour, and bitter. You're right. Yeah, there's not actually a salty one, so it would be funny to give them... Because since it's not supposed to be real. They're very funnily shaped. Like, this is in this part of its body up here. Flat, pancakey. They have a little tail. They have weird little feet, as I'm calling them, even though these are just like their... No slug or anything really has feet. Separated head. And their little thingies on their heads, which are actually their gills and not supposed to be ears, but when you get rid of the image, it looks kind of like a bunny. And their most simplified form, they look like bunnies with funny little legs. Like, see, look, there's another one with cute little stubby legs. This one looks like it has cute little stubby legs. Almost exactly 6 of them. Its little tail is behind its little thingy up here. Which I'm not going to keep the, like, frilly part of them. That's not something that was ever in my mind for the design, but the tail was. And then see, more little antenna ears. Both of these are great examples of why I want want them to have legs. They don't have feet, but they do have a singular foot. That is true. Snails have a foot. Snails and slugs. They don't have individual feet. The entire thing they have is just called a foot. Because recently I was wondering how much I would like it if the Kuiper bunnies had little legs. And I think I do. I think I like the idea of them having little legs. This one doesn't even have like a fully separated looking head, but none of them do, because they don't. I don't even know where their eyes are. Probably just like really itty bitty in the front here. See, again, with this shape that almost looks like they have little legs. Very important to notice. And sure, this one actually does have a different place for its tail, because it's this thing. But those are actually gills as well. Keep an eye on chat for us, Fancy. But see, when you take these shapes, look, they all look kind of like they have little leggies. They have the ears, they have a tail. Some of them almost look like they have 2. I should maybe keep that in mind and make them more sluggy looking. Even if they have legs. But yeah, nudie branches kind of look like they have legs to me, even though they clearly fucking don't. And I'm keeping the spikier ones out of this, because they're a little too complex for me to simplify down. The only thing I could think of to make that work is if I gave them a singular little, like, wavy thing on their back. Like here, let's use the normal design for the Kuiper bunnies for a second. Which will be going away soon because it's a little too simple. I wanted to make them a bit more complicated because this is so simple. There's nothing really to this. So, like, what if they had little wavy things on their backs? Made them kind of look like lizards or But, like, that's the most I could do, because, again, they're so simple that adding anything to them makes them look weird. Which is my problem. The Kuiper bunnies are just too simple for my taste. I love them, I really do. They've been around for a while, but they're just too simple as of now. This is also technically a beta design because they did have the plan for having one pair of legs at times. Either their back legs or their front legs, but that never took off when they were only called gummy bunnies. I can try to see if I can find that original thing so I can show you what I'm talking about. Oh, here, you know what? I'm gonna grab, like, all of the art that has the Kuiper bunnies in them in some way or form. So we have that little doodle page I did a while ago where they were hanging out together. The sprite sheet that has the colors for all of the canon forms. Old canon. Also, this is something to just expect from this channel. Things will change and become different in months or years. I just change things whenever I feel like. If something stops bringing joy, I must change it so it does again. And that is simply how it will work. I apologize, but things will never stay the same for very long here. Sometimes they might, sometimes they might not. Here's the original versions of them. These were some doodles. I think I did post these. They were more colorful. They had different tail and ear shape options, which I think I will be bringing back because it makes them more interesting. And if you guys make your own custom bunnies, perhaps it gives you more stuff to work with, because this was what they first looked like. I think there's one more thing I had. I just need to find it. There it is. It's this. Because originally they weren't channel mascots. They were just supposed to be a gacha kind of thing where they'd show up. Where is it? There they are. They even were supposed to be named originally as well. There was Melatonin, Indigo, Strawberry, Kid, Mint, and Minnie. There's also Honey and Yolk, but they never got colors, and Yolk is too hyper-realistic, and it kind of terrifies me. So, this never got finished. I was also going to add, like, LGBTQ ones. So, the gay flag, the intersex flag, was going to actually be a raccoon one, because they also got different tails. I don't know what this thing is, I'll be honest with you. I think I started getting bored. Is there anything in here? No. And then these were some other gacha things, which were food. Because like I said before, I wanted to have each order have a physical, not physical, but like a food that shows up on screen when it's been picked. And that's getting thrown away because I have too many and you guys get custom ones and I'm not drawing all those. But yeah, originally they were supposed to have like one set of legs, two set of legs, different tails. And I kind of want to bring that back to allow more creative liberty in case people want to make their own. Or I just get bored and want to bring stuff like this back. Some of them had bellies, some of them were singular colors. Honey was also going to be a singular color, but look, she had like a little swirly tail. I get to bring these guys, like, their designs back if I change the gummy bunnies and how they work. Which was what inspired this thing. I think it was one of these. Oh yeah, the original Strawberry and then updated Strawberry. Coffee never got a drawing, but she has the same ears as Kid, or like similar to Kid and Mint. And then Cherry Cream Soda. But yeah, I felt like these versions of them were far more fun and interesting. So I wanted to bring them back in a way. They're not going to look like this. Though, honestly, them being funny little T-Rex bunnies would also be funny, but they don't have little arms at all. They're just, like, bunnies without... They're just weird little creatures. Indigo's not even a bunny. That was another point, is that those ears aren't technically their ears, so Indigo is a perfect example of the fact that they just have two of those little bumps. They do not actually have ears. They just have little bumps on their head that are like their antenna. So they don't always end up looking like bunnies. Which is also why I brought up the fact that the sprite sheets are going to get so much more complicated. No, I'm not gonna add more bunny types. I don't want them to take over the channel. Also, they're still the same species regardless of what their, typing is. They just have different colorings. Kind of like the jelly sprites versus the jelly spites. They're still the same. Oh, these are the old versions of them. Wait, where's the drawings I made from last time? Oh, these are the oldest versions of them. It's on the same page. Never mind. But yeah, the jelly sprites, their cousins are sour types, and they're only slightly different because they have little sharp things. And are also brighter colors. The jelly sprites are supposed to be pastel-y and see-through, while the jelly spites are way more more saturated and less see-through. Also, for anyone who may or may not have been wondering, hey, the jelly sprites are like jellyfish. How do they eat if they have little leggy things? Like, do they just, like, absorb water and nutrition? Yes, they technically do just kind of photosynthesize. But they do also kind of have mouths. And I'm sorry if this is horrifying and terrible, but I gotta tell you, they do in fact have mouths. It is literally kind of just like just above where their little legs are. So this is only for the spite ones. The jelly sprites do not have mouths and they only photosynthesize. The other ones, in fact, do have little teeth. And they will bite you. Be careful. Yeah, this is the oldest version of them. I actually really liked the idea of them having gacha stuff using, like, Twitch's randomization for the alerts, was how I was gonna do that. But I kind of lost steam and decided I wanted the Kuiper Bunnies to be even more simple so I could make them a channel mascot and have them show up everywhere. But now I want to make them more complicated again because I think it'd be more interesting if they could be that way. Imagine them running the same way octopi run? Oh, you mean like using their hands? No, that would make sense. Instead, they use their stupid little leggies. Because why wouldn't they? Make my way downtown. I'm realizing that implies that they have to drag their little, like, their little arms behind them if they ever walk. They're not really supposed to. They're not fully made to walk. So it's a little silly watching them do so, because that's just... They're supposed to be flying creatures. They do not walk. But they can, and they have itty-bitty little legs. So I guess there'd be different ear types as well. I also wanted to, like, compile all of the different traits they have, so it's easier for me to keep track of what I wanted to add. Most of them are supposed to have just the regular bunny-looking ears, but that doesn't mean you have to. Sometimes they're further apart, sometimes they're have little heart shapes. Sometimes they have simple little lightnings. Really anything you want at the tops. And then there's indigo, which is a very rare option, because they have two. They do. Their main head shape... I have a thing. Their main head shape is actually right here. And then they have one, and then they have a center one that sticks out. So technically those are their antennae. I'm gonna save this so they can be at the top. I am realizing the bitter bunny type is actually the newest one, because before they were named, obviously, they looked like different types of gummy candies. There was the white-bellied ones, and then the ones that were just purely one color. That's also why melatonin is melatonin, because it's a melatonin gummy. Simple as. Their ears and their tails also do not have to match, but they can, and often do. So, bunnies with circular ears and rounded ears will have a rounded tail. Bunnies with sharper ears tend to have a sharper tail. But sometimes you can get a mix of both. Or even very strange shapes, like lightning bolts, having two-pronged tails, like a heart. The only real rule to these guys so far is your creativity is the limit. And also how many of these I draw for the sprite sheet. Because, yes, I am going to have to draw each of these in a different color. Well, technically I don't. I just have to make it so their ears are always on the bunnies, but also can be changed out with a different one. Which is something that Stream Avatars makes pretty easy, luckily for me, because oh my god, that would be hell. But it will take a lot of time. I also wanted to give them a gem somewhere on their body, which again, the original versions have no fucking room for. If I put it on their belly, it would look weird because they'd be dragging it around, or it's only visible when they sit up. If it's on their back, it also looks a little weird because there's just a simple gem. So, and making them wear outfits or clothing becomes really weird when they're this simple. Because I wanted to make it canon that they'll, like, take items and wear them. So you'll see a Kuiper bunny that's, like, wearing a bottle cap around just because they can and they stole it. And I thought that'd be funny, but, like, when they're this simple, it's a little difficult to put a bottle cap on them without them sitting up straight or moving their ears over. And sure, they'd still be happy, of course. But, like, now also their tail is gone mysteriously. There's no room for their little gem thingies. Let me think. Also, originally all of them did have the rule of having jelly bean-shaped bodies as well. You can see with melatonin, theirs is inwards, indigo's is outwards. Their bodies were all jelly bean-shaped because they're technically supposed to be based off of gummies and jelly beans as well. They always had jelly bean-shaped bodies, and I wanted to bring that back in a way. Probably not with the whole backwards and forwards thing, because they're not supposed to be floating around anymore. They're slightly more grounded, even though they are technically not a real biological species and just kind of show up places with high amounts of wonder. But I still like giving creatures, even if they're fantastical, some sort of, like, interesting rules to them. It just makes them make more sense in my head instead of just saying, yeah, they do this. They do whatever. Who cares? I need them to be more grounded in my own head. The most basic and pure of Kuiper bunny. Bean shape. Jumping bean, a jelly bean, bonzo bean. Bean-shaped. They must stay this way. This is the one trait that I really need them to have, is the bean shaping. I've also been debating if I give them heads that are, like, separated from their little bean-shaped bodies. Since that would make it a little easier. But a lot of the old versions did not have that trait, and they looked pretty simple and interesting, so maybe I don't give them heads that are separated, and their heads are just, like, a part of them like this. Oh yeah, their body should probably be slightly changed to the side. But I wonder if they'd look more normal with just 2 pairs of legs. Okay, this looks like a weird car now. Weird bean car. Simplifying animal shapes gets complicated, because sure, yeah, this still looks like a bunny. We're on the right track, I think, if it still looks like a bunny. That's almost good enough. Maybe their body should be more dynamic, though. Here, let's draw like a sort of teardrop shape. Give my head. Oh. Maybe. I realized drawing them sitting when they have this many legs is gonna look really funny. Because they're just gonna be, like, kind of drooped down, like, oh. Little buddy. Little buddy doing their own thing, but, like... they're gonna have little bitty legs that are just drooping down. Something about them sitting down like this makes them look like a weird plushie. I think it adds charm. Yeah, have any of you ever had, like, those plushies that are filled with, like, I don't even know what they are, but, like, not plushies that are filled with, like, wool and stuff, or, like, cotton, but instead, like, those little beans, like Beanie Babies, I guess, as well. But, like, any plushies that are also filled with a sort of, like, material like that, where they droop a lot. I used to have this little dog plushie that I literally named Baby Puppy. It wasn't a good name. It was not a good name. Yeah, the little orb things. You know when you open them up by accident also, or you, like, squish them around. And she had that sort of little sit to her. She wasn't filled enough to sit on her own, but she did kind of sit. So she oftentimes looked like this. Just like droopy and sad, but like in a cute way. In a cute, plushy way. And then they'd fall over, because they're not fully stable. I don't know what they're called. They're just the little ball things that are made out of plastic that you put in, like, toys. So whenever they'd fall over or sit somewhere, they had like a sort of weight to them. Kind of like a person or like a real creature would when they flop over. There's something really sad about this one. Just like, oh, it's dead. Fell over. But yeah, it kind of makes them look like they actually have weight to them when they sit like this. I'm debating giving them mouths or noses. They probably shouldn't have any. Their original versions did have mouths, though. So, if we're trying a return to form. Oh, an Esper would be really cute having those instead of being like a regular, like cotton plush. Actually, I don't even think it's cotton anymore. It's probably just like synthesized stuffing. I don't even know what material it would be made out of, but they're usually like those little plastic beans. I'm gonna call them beans. I don't care if they're not actually beans. They're beans. Little plastic beans. It kind of makes them look like plushies made out of those. I don't know, I don't really know what's going on at this very moment with these guys, but I fucking love it, and I think this is on the right track with them having the little legs. So maybe I don't give them the bean-shaped body, because it does kind of throw me off. So instead they'll just be, like, kind of circular. Well, I guess this is still kind of bean-shaped, but not like the funny little heart-shaped, like, kidney beans and stuff, but they're kind of heart-shaped. Just like a sort of flat, a sad, flat basketball or football. Like, slightly deflated of air, like they usually look like. Then you give it legs. With the two pairs of front legs being closer to each other than the back legs are. I love whatever is going on right here the most. This is just about right. They're also supposed to be mimicking Rhea, who will also... Oh yeah, I need to figure out where I put their little gem thing still. I guess on their neck? It's supposed to be in, like, this area on their body. I also need to think about where the colors would go on this one. Where's this one? Nope. Stream avatar sprites. So you, crap. Making you pink. If you're wondering about dual color bunnies, I don't know yet. Just wait. Once I design these guys and I'm happy with it, I'll see what I think of, like, adding more and more colors to them. The most right now they have is, like, their belly. And maybe their gems are a different color. So what, you have, like, this. Both your legs. Well, both of your legs. All of your legs. You have way more than a both. Their faces are probably always the same, or they have, like, this little stripe here. But I think I kind of like it when they don't have it. Their faces are never really interacted with. Oh yeah, their tails wouldn't have the half color anymore because it doesn't have to scoop up like that. It's just this. This also makes them look more like how they're supposed to, because you could add like a line here between the rest of them and their belly. And then boom. That's a nudibranch right there. So this is like as simplified as a nudibranch can get, before it's like, oh yeah, that still looks more like a nudibranch than a bunny. Because they're not, well, bunnies aren't supposed to have this many legs. I wanted them to look more alien, and to me, Kuiper bunnies, or not Kuiper bunnies, nudibranch look more like an alien version of a bunny than any other animal, to me. Like, if you want what alien bunnies would look like, nudibranch is exactly that to me. They just look funny, and I love them. This right here is beautiful, and I love it. And I need to figure out how to make them look when they're actually just standing. Because as funny as it is with them sitting down, like a weird little plushie, this is, almost too silly. No, that's not true. We can't have too silly. That's not gonna happen. But I do absolutely love this. It also leaves room for, like, different tail variations more. Because if this is the most simple shape that they can take, the rest of their body won't be super affected by different ears, which is a good thing. Because you can change their ears out to be anything with ease now. It's perfect. But they can't sit up like this all the time. Looked it up, they are called polypellets. Ah, okay. Esper does sit. Ah, lovely. Something about this thing brings great joy. See, this is why I wanted to upgrade them. The basic form is cute and all, but like, look at this. Look at the comparison. These two different things. This is adorable, yeah, the basic form, but like, this brings so much more joy. It's just a funny little critter. I'm gonna have to figure out how to draw a walk cycle for something with 6 legs, and none of them are functioning like real creatures would, but that's okay. That's okay, I don't mind. I signed up for this. I'd been thinking about them having little legs, and it's been stuck on my mind for too long for me to just not give them little legs. It also makes more sense how they hold on to things, and it'd be really funny to watch them do that. Like, now they can climb walls and stuff, and I love that for them, in a way that makes sense. I am kind of in love with the idea of some of them that don't have back legs, though, but they have, like, they have longer tails. How'd that look? Again, I still haven't figured out how these things sit. Or, like, walk around. This is technically the sitting. Like a stuffed bear with polypellets, and its little arms dangling down, because they're a plushie, they don't do anything with their arms. That'd be terrifying, if it could. Your toy bear just started reaching out to you. But we're not going to think about that right now. Let's say this is their body. Their hind legs are also probably slightly bigger than the other ones. They're made of things like recycled materials, natural grains, legumes, and glass. Why would you put glass in a plushie? Rounded glass beads. Whatever. I debate on them having mouths. This one only has half the legs. It makes it look silly. These ones did have mouths. Well, some of them did. Strawberry actually never got a mouth. She just has a nose bump. Kid has a mouth. Mint has a mouth. Minnie has a mouth. I think it was like either or if you get a mouth or you don't. Oh yeah, did Honey have a mouth? That's the wrong thing. That's also the wrong thing. There it is. Honey did have a mouth, and so did Yolk. We're ignoring Yolk. Nobody look at Yolk. These guys had eyes, no mouths. This one had one eye. The Jelly Bean Twins. This looks more like a sheep. It's hard to show the amount of legs they have on one side. I think they need to have more, like, body spacing, I guess, because they technically do. I'm just having a hard time understanding them having body spacing, is all. They're like soft makeup brush shape. The head being entirely rounded is still putting me off, but that's okay. I think I need to draw with the bigger brush. It helps me think. So it forces me to not be focused on little details. I am not remotely sure how a creature with 6 legs will walk. And I'm probably gonna have to look up a bunch of bug videos to figure it out. The walk cycle on these things is probably going to be hell. Oh, this one's trying to touch something. Boop. He pushes a little leggy out. I guess those... I don't know if those technically count as legs now. Limbs. Limbs. Those sticky limbs. That's a... Yeah, that's a horrible idea, Shay. I'm so glad you didn't do that. I guess this looks kind of right. It's just a little chunky little guy. Oh, that... And then he's gone. Oh yeah, look at the Spirit City jump scare. Where is it? Decor. I want to go to locations. Maybe a pseudopod. I don't know what a pseudopod is, but yes. Appearance 1. Get my character. Okay, I'm petting the invisible cat. What just happened? There we go. That was weird. Here. We'll pretend that's drawing. It's very relaxing. I like that the DLC they made. I did my best to make the cafe, like, the area, but there's not too much you can do. Though there are a lot of, like, cool, outsides. Underwater. I think I'm gonna put us underwater. Very nice. Space would make the most sense, though. What does this even look like? I don't think I've even used this one yet. Looks like space. I am not sure what I expected. I want farmland. This one's my favorite one to look at. I don't know why it was set to the sky one. This isn't technically a co-working stream though, so back to Clipsio Paint. I'll take breaks, but I'm not having the timer up. I don't want to. Pseudopods are temporary limbs made by cells? Ah. Pseudopods. I'm just gonna copy paste that because I spelt it wrong. Pseudopods. Oh! Probably no. I hate these things, I'll be honest with you. I don't know why, but like something about these things like icks me out. Don't like them. I don't think I could stand watching a video of those little things. Though thank you for the idea. I just have like a weird thing against them. They freak me out for some reason. Even though I'm pretty sure these guys look like a different one of those like itty bitty creatures. What is it? Like I think people call is it water bear? Is that what people call them? The little like little pig things that are so small they like fit on your, not even on your fingertip. They're like super, super small. And that's all I can remember about them. And I think their nickname is like the water bear or water pig. Tardigrades! Are they called water bears? Oh, they are. Okay, yeah. The tardigrades. They have 8 limbs, actually. Oh. These things have a walk cycle. I might use that, even though I'm pretty sure they are the exact same species as the thing you were just talking about. But I would like looking at these things more, weirdly enough. The water bears freak me out less, and they do have actual limbs. I might try that. I think they are also pseudopods, so yes, pseudopods are the answer. Oh, they're called moss piglets or water bears. That's funny. Micro animal, itty bitty. Oh, they swim, right, because they're so small that they're just like little bitty creatures. Oh, that also means when they're too injured, they don't melt anymore. They probably just go... Well, they probably do melt in a way, but they, like... Their little limbs just kind of, like, go out like this. Their heads don't even look like they exist anymore. It's just the ears. Actually, no, they're just this. They still have like the little floating eyes. They completely lose their ears and their tails get flat too. They look kind of like platypi now. Flat. They're not dead, they're just sleeping. They'll get up soon. Now I'll keep the funny little eyes that are kind of like free floating because they're too melty to keep shape. I'll leave them at this. It's funnier. Bleed. My little baby creatures. They need more of a neck. I think that's another one of my problems, is they need more of a neck. And they don't have much neck. But I am liking where we're ending up with the, like, newer version of them. Especially when they melt and look like this. They still canonically melt when they're too tired. They'll get back up. They're immortal still. Them getting legs does not take away their immortality. Just like tardigrades. They have teeny tiny legs, they're also basically immortal. Within pseudopods, that does mean that the gummy bunnies could have a canon reason for why they don't have limbs sometimes. That is true, yeah, because don't those things change their shape and size to whatever they want whenever? Because they don't have to follow normal rules for a creature. Because they don't have any rules, really. They also look like living boogers to me. That's not why they freak me out, though. It's something about the fact that you can see their, like, individual cells inside of them is what freaks me out. This looks like a fucking ditto. It's like this is accidental ditto. Scream! And at first I was trying to draw one, but like this is... Now it's just accidental ditto over here, so... I guess you're going in the corner. It's very surprised ditto, who's not really supposed... I don't think they have mouths, canonically. Like, I don't think their sprite is supposed to have a mouth. I think they're just eyes, aren't they? I do want the bunnies to have a more complex head shape and a longer neck so I can figure out where I place their gem thingies. They need a neck. Currently they don't have a neck, but they're very cute looking. This one's a little too fat. I think that's also part of my problem, because this one's just a little too fat at the moment. Not fat shaming the bunny, I'm just saying that compared to the way this one was drawn, this one's a little chunky. That's all. And this one's incredibly flat and sad. They'll get up eventually, they're just taking a little nap. Posted a ditto reference in Discord. Thank you. Oh, they do have mouth. Oh, well, that's the glitched out one, though. Oh my goodness, is that the sitting Esper? He's sitting in a chair like a little guy. Or is that a shelf? It looks like he is in a chair either way. That's adorable. I love that. Oh, that makes me think. Maybe I should look at some Pokemon for inspiration. Because I used a good amount of Pokemon I really like as inspiration for Rhea's design. Eevee being one of the most prominent, actually. and evolutions. Eevee, Espeon, were two of the big ones for her, as well as like some of the ones with little swirlies. I can't remember what its name is though at the moment. I have it listed down somewhere. There it is. Wigglytuff, Espeon, Eevee, Lopunny, and Lapras are inspiration for Rhea, actually. Funnily enough, you're probably wondering, how the fuck Lapras? I don't know either. I just really liked it, okay? And I was thinking about its design when I made Rhea the first time, so... I guess I wanted the little horn swirlies to be on the head somehow, but I didn't give Rhea horns. Lapras was one of my favorite, Pokemon. Oh, it's probably the belly as well, the coloring. A light purple and then a white versus light blue and then a sort of yellowish white. Lapras. Lap what? Lapras is a... Well, I'm saying... okay, I know I'm saying the ass a little bit too much, but that's just how I say it. Lapras is a Pokemon. Lapras? Lapras. Lapras. No, I know. Okay. But yeah, I think that's probably where part of Rhea's... Oh, wait! Shiny Lapras is a purple! That's why! I completely forgot about that fact. They're purple shiny. Look at it. That's Rhea right there. If Rhea was a aquatic creature. That's a Rhea. Lapras. It's an AS though, so suck it. I say how do I want. What? It's an AS. Why would it be IS? Why is an AS IS? Lapras. It's just a little weird for it to have an AS for it to be an IS sound. Oh, the Japanese one is Lapace. I'm not seeing a pronunciation on Bulbapedia, so I'm gonna keep saying it the way I say it. A lot of Pokemon don't have proper names anyway. Like, that's just how the anime said it. Oh, I have a fun little fact for you. The anime changes names. So that means nothing. There are several Pokemon names that throughout the anime completely change the way they are pronounced. I'm not kidding. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Look up Mantine. I think is one of the best examples. Is Mantine, Mantime. They say it differently for like no reason in later seasons. So you can't trust that. So I'm gonna keep Lapras. Also, Jelly Donut. If you want to trust the Pokemon anime for pronunciations of stuff, I sure hope you like Jelly Donut Onigiri. That does not count as like a reasoning. Eat your jelly donut, agent. Enjoy. There's no jelly in it. And it sure as hell ain't a donut. See? I don't know why they have different pronunciations in the anime. Actually, now I want to look that up. Why is there issues? Why does the Pokemon anime have different name pronunciations? No, wait. No, these are people talking about them saying their names in the animes. Pokemon. Oh, there's also different pronunciations for different countries? That's interesting. What? Like, not just the different names. But, like, some countries will say it differently, I guess because they're pronounced differently in different areas. Because some countries have different names for different Pokemon in different languages. That's different. But some of them just also straight up have different pronunciations, which is fun. There's not a lot of areas with official pronunciations for most names. Anyway, so I still don't care. I think it's nice that some people say it a certain way. That's cool and all, good for you, but like, you know what Pokemon I'm talking about, so like, it's not a real animal anyway. Pineapple pronunciation guides. The anime does have a bunch of ones they have said differently. Isn't there like a comparison video somewhere? I know this is a thing they've done. Pokemon. Seeing. Pokemon anime. No, these are just people bitching about people saying Pokemon wrong. The worst mistakes. Oh, these are just anime animation errors. I guess people don't have a lot of like screenshots of the anime characters saying the names wrong. No, I'm trying to find it because I was watching someone who does like Pokemon videos and they brought up the fact that some anime characters have literally changed the names. I thought there'd maybe be a video, but I guess that's just a fun fact for people who watch the anime. Some Pokemon are literally said differently in different seasons or by different characters. I'll drink some water. Thank you for the reminder, Eric. But it's interesting. I wonder how they say it in the anime then. Pokemon anime Lapras. How do you guys talk to him? You're not saying your name. Why don't you say your name? You're just making noises, damn it! Aw, the one from earlier shows back up. Is this like the Sun and Moon season? I think it is. Say its goddamn name.
Ahem. I have something to say.
God damn it, Rhea. I'm looking at something, Rhea.
The moth is in the boba maker again. Help.
They're probably stuck. I don't know how to get them out either. No, he does say it, Lapras. I need you to talk to it later. Okay, that's is again. Why is it an is? Oh, that's Japanese. That's not gonna help me. Pokemon anime, Mantine. How about that? That's the one that I was given an example of. No, that's Mantike. Okay, well now it's just the Pokemon saying their names. I don't... You guys just say parts of your names. These are Mantikes. Mantine Pokemon entry. How long ago was that? The way the Pokemon will say their names as noises is really fucking funny. That's an entire episode of Pokemon. No, that is a compilation of... You know what? Here. I'm watching an entire episode of Pokemon now. That's season 5. I need... Oh, that's Octillery. That's cool. Where is it? Starmie? Starmine? Whatever. Starmine? Starmine? What is that? I'm not a Pokemon fan. I don't know why I give a shit. Now I need the video. They said it was Mantine, but I don't know if it's like first episode. That's an episode that has it like as the star. Here, back to the video.
Ahem. I have a message from Agent Mystery.
Yes, Rhea?
Sorry for derailing the stream, just me 139 desolate.
I mean, I'm gonna look this up because it was a fun fact that I was told, and I want to find it, because I think it was Mantine that's the one that has the weird pronunciation, but I can't see anyone comparing it. I guess most Pokemon fans are just like, it changed. But I thought they would have had like, oh hey, here's all the names that are said wrong or changed in the anime. I can't find it. Maybe it's just a fun fact. Maybe those are different dubs. I wonder if the 4Kids anime dub has different names. I'm bored. I'm going back to drawing. I still need to give these things a neck. They don't have one, and that's kind of a problem. But I still want them to be, like, chibi shaped. Or, like, weirdly simplified. So giving them a neck is very difficult. Maybe their head should float more above where their, like, body ends? No objects to transform. Am I on the wrong slide? I am. Slide? I'm not using... What? Layer. I have no idea why I said slide. No, I still like where their head is. But maybe now they're changed up enough that I don't really need the gem things. Because thinking about it, the gems would be a different color than the rest of them. Or, like, if it wasn't, they just have a shape on them, which I guess would kind of make them look like the Care Bears, and that's kind of cute. Why is my stream lagging? What is happening? The stream avatars are also having a problem. I'm watching them lag in place. And I couldn't interact with Clipsio Paint for a second. What is happening? Hello? Knock knock. Wakey wakey. Oh, now it's loading. That was weird. I am now going to draw symbols on these guys. To make them kind of look like Care Bears. Yeah, them having the symbols wouldn't make much sense. Like, sure, they look cute and all, but like...
One!
What color would they even be? Thank you, Comet. Would they be a different color from the rest of them? That wouldn't really make much sense. It only would make sense if it was on the bitter types because they have a darker coloring.
Ahem. I have something to say.
Yes, Raya?
999. 999. John Madden. John Madden. John Madden.
The only way this would really make sense if it was on the bitter types only. And then the bitter ones would look entirely different from their siblings. Yeah, let's make this one a bitter type. Wait, why am I doing that when I can just, like, go over this with one color? Sprites, go down. This. Then they'd have the brighter eyes. It would make the most sense for these ones to have it. They almost look kind of cursed now as the bitter ones. But either way, that just means they have like an easier to see spot for little gem thingies. The gem things are supposed to be a reference to the fact that Rhea has them and Pluto is also going to have them in her design. Oh, right, they're still supposed to have the stylized outline coloring because that literally makes it easier to see them. Maybe I do just let them stay like this. They can still have multiple colors. Oh yeah, there's something else I wanted to add, but I never got to because it didn't seem like it had the space for it. I wanted to give them little, like, rosy cheek thingies. Because I thought that would help with their, like, body monotony. Because their faces were so simple originally. I forgot Shiny Lapras was over here. Hi, Shiny Lapras. I'll try to call you Lapras. If I remember. Make me pink now. I do not like that better. This thing is still Rhea coded, though. It's her. Just give her, like, her little shiny neck thing. I'm erasing instead of adding. And that's Rhea. Okay, goodbye, Labras. Yeah, giving them little cheek things was something I also wanted to give them originally. Let's see. I also kind of want to bring back them having mouths. Mouths give character. Especially little faces like this. They're still incredibly small. They're not getting much bigger. They still fit in your hands. It's just like a tiny little upgrade for them. I'm calling these things over here beta designs because this is the one I went with up here. This was based off of the gacha versions. And then the one with the little flame tail was also a beta design I sent in the Whips and Chips chat in the Discord a while ago. And then I decided I didn't want to animate a flame on their tail all the time, so I scrapped that. But they were based more off of candles when they were in that form. So I call these their beta designs because technically that is in fact what they are. I think I like them best when they have the cute little 6 limbs and their little slug-like little guys. Making them kind of short and stumpy brings me joy. And that is the best way I can think to describe them, is short and stumpy. They kind of make me think of Wurmple, since we're still kind of thinking about Pokemon. Wurmple. I don't know how the fuck you spell it also. Wurmple. Bug Pokemon. I cannot find your name. Where are you? So instead, I'm just gonna look up bug Pokemon and start searching. I might have thought it was an axolotl tail. Wait, what was? What was an axolotl tail? Gotta be Metapod, butterfly. Where are you? Wurmple! Little dummy. Dumb little bug. Bug that I love. Look at him! The little butt face. Very silly. Oh, the fire on the tail. Yeah, that makes sense. I see that. Now, if you would like a true favorite bug type of mine, I would like to remind you of the existence of my son. This is my son. Why do they both have little, like... Why do so many of the bug types have little weird butt faces? Okay, Joltex looks more like actual little antennae teeth and all, but like, kinda still looks like a little bug butt face. Oh, you're losing a lot? Comet has been getting so many jackpots, though. Like, so many. I don't know if you really even have the chance to catch up, so... It feels like they're cheating. Like, to the point that I thought about lowering the the ability to get jackpots, just because Comet has gotten so many in the, like, past 2 weeks. It's bad. It's real bad. Oh, Grubbin is also a good example of, like, a 6-legged little buggin'. But that's 2 bug and not enough bunny, so... Back to the drawing room. The bug types are useful for, or actually just any Pokemon can be very useful for what I'm making, since they're like little custom creatures. I sure as hell ain't looking at Digimon. Their wiki will crash my computer. So absolutely not. Yeah, the fact that you're not cheating is why it's concerning, because it's like, what happened? Why is it giving you so many jackpots? The stats are not that high for this. But I don't think it cares. Thank you for the pat. Thank you very much for the save reminder, Fancy. I have not saved in I don't remember how long. Now we have a bunch of picture of Pokemon, so. You guys also get to see my creative process, which concludes of, this is my base idea, now I'm going to start looking at Pinterest and Pokemon for help. Which I actually recommend. If you have a base idea, do draw it out, no matter how, like, bad you think it's going to look. It is worth giving your original, like, doodle a chance. And then seeing what you may or may not want to improve on or take out. Because it's far more helpful than just... Because sometimes, yeah, looking at Pinterest and, like, images of other things can help inspire you to make something. You still gotta make something that's, like, you, an original. So we have this little freak here, which is inspired more so by the actual, little guys. I've always wanted to design little creatures, which is why I keep shoving the critters into the cafe. They bring joy. I like designing little critters. I love my silly little creatures. Oh, I just looked at... I'm going through, like, a bunch of different Pokemon to see if any of them have, like, other body types that have multiple legs. It's mostly the bug types. But I completely forgot about another one of my favorite Pokemon that's not in Gen 1. Goomy! I love Goomies. The Kuiper bunnies do kind of look like them too. They have little antenna thingies. I'm giving them little blush marks. See, that's also another thing, is a lot of stuff that you look at and that you like will subconsciously or consciously influence your work. Because now they kind of look like Goomy as a bunny creature. Little alien. To be fair, Goomy is also incredibly simple. Having 2 colors, and I love its evolution line as well. But yeah, subconsciously, it's Goomy. I love Goomy. If Goomy had leg. Because Goomy does not have leg. Slagoo also doesn't have leg. They don't get leg until they're real big. The Slagoo, funnily enough, actually looks more like them because it looks more like an actual nudibranch. Nudibranch. I'm gonna keep saying things wrong. You, Wurmple, go away. There we go. Yeah, it looks more like this line. Little ear things, keeps the smiley face. The shell kind of looks like a tail. That's just how inspiration go. Lots of little things will influence you subconsciously to make little things. Because their weird little leggies is more like, because the knee branches. For me, I don't know why I always think that they're supposed to have legs. I know they don't. They're slugs, they don't have legs. Snails don't have legs, slugs don't have legs, but to me, they look like they should have them for some reason. They kind of just look like they should have little bitty legs and walk around. Not like 2 legs, not 4 legs, just like 6 or even 8 little legs that they use to walk around. I like the idea that snails are like wearing a little skirt and they're hiding their little legs as they walk around. But no, that illusion was ruined for me. They in fact only have 1 leg. Well, technically they don't have a leg at all. They just have a foot. Singular foot. But they kind of look like they walk around in a way. So, little leggies on the weird sea bunny things. It is. Goomy! Goomy, Slagoo, and Gudra bring great joy, and I don't really know why. They're just funny little creatures. They're purple. I love purple. They have silly little faces on them. Who doesn't enjoy a silly little face? And I guess they're funny little slime dragons, which makes them very funny. And they're also right next to my other son, my other baby, and, well, for dragon types, they're actually kind of far away from each other. But Noibat and Noivern. Love the little bat dragons. There's a lot of good Pokemon. Most of them I only know because of Pixelmon, though. I have not played Pokemon games. I did not watch the anime. I more so watch people talk about it sometimes, and I've played Pixelmon and Coppelmon, so that is it. And a Nightmare's Dex entry. Do they? Wait, what is wrong with them? Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to know. The Pokemon Dex entries mean nothing to me. I won't listen. I just think they're all funny little guys, and that's what matters. I refuse to acknowledge Mega Evolution. It's terrible. There might be some water type ones. What about dark type? There's actually a kind of large amount of Pokemon that are goop shaped. If that sentence makes any sense. But, yeah, there's like a lot of goop Pokemon. There's, Muck and Grimer, Goomy, Ditto. There's not a lot of them. There's just a good amount of goop Pokemon. Now, what if I get jackpot? Well, you can't say it before you do it, or else it's not gonna come true. It's like wishes. See? It's like a wish. You can't say what your wish is beforehand, or else bad things happen. Or it just doesn't happen. You have to just be jackpotable. I don't know. I don't know how you win big. There's probably not a lot of multi-legged fighting types, which honestly is kind of weird. You think there'd be like a couple, like, or at least one spider fighting type, but I don't think there are. I don't even know if there are any bug fighting. Oh, nope, there is one, and it's Slitherwing. Whatever that thing is. There's like, oh no, there's Buzzswole. I hate that thing. We're gonna pretend that's not one. What are those things? The, oh, Heracross. Right, I forgot about you. Well, you have 4, so you're still not what I'm talking about. Buzzswole is one of those, like, mythic Pokemon. They're portal ones. Okay, Sliggoo's sun entrance is scary, but its shield entry. The lump on its back contains its tiny brain. It thinks only of food and escaping its enemies. Oh, they're just tiny. Who dare? Comet dare. Always Comet. How dare you? What is Slitherwing? Oh, you only have 4 legs. Come on, man. There's no, like, multi-legged fighting types.
I have something to say.
Yes, Rhea. Rhea? Alright. Alright, you got me. I'm sorry. Flamigo is a fighting type? Why is the Pokemon that is literally just a stylized flamingo a fighting type? What? What? Why? Okay, then. I think that's enough Pokemon for today. I didn't know that the flamingo kicking, I think. But like, why a flamingo? No, she's supposed to take a pause. That's something she's supposed to do. It's just sometimes the pause feels like it's for a little longer than it needs to be. I literally inputted it so she'll say I have something to say and then wait a few seconds because I oftentimes talk over her message because I don't know she's about to do one. But I think it's only supposed to be like 3 seconds, but I guess 3 seconds feels like a little bit too long. So I'm gonna go and change it to like 2 or 1. A yapping spell. I think it should let me edit it while I'm live. I have something to say. Yeah, she does wait for like 3 seconds. I'll make it 2. There's also periods, which can also break up the sentence and the wait time. Yeah, I did. Where's the TTS one? There it is. And she will again wait for 2 seconds, taking away the period. Save. Okay, that should make that easier. Yay, I'm back to normal size! Freedom! Okay, now her TTS and yapping should be a little quicker. Here, I'm gonna do a test of it.
I have something to say. Call me the HWIC. Head witch in charge.
Okay, that's a little faster. That's better. Thank you for the self-care reminder, Agent. I also suggest that you guys do some stretching and some drinking of some hydration juices as well. Whether it's water, I'd prefer it be water or like some tea. I'll take a coffee. Why are you guys fighting? Alright then. Hello, Pagetown. Welcome in. I'm so sorry that you missed out on the bunny battle. Actually, well, the bunny battles are only available to followers because you only get a bunny when you follow. But look at these little guys. Ignore the Pokemon on the screen. I was comparing them to what I was drawing. They haven't been used as inspiration. I just realized while I was looking at Pokemon that they kind of made me think of Goomy because I gave them little cheek things. These are the upgraded designs of the little guys that are fighting below you though right now. Or on the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna get you. I should not be winning. Lose, damn it. Well, actually, it's me versus Comet, so both of us, it feels like cheating if either of us wins, so I guess it'll be me. Whoopsies! But hello, welcome in. I'm currently redesigning the little guys at the bottom of the screen to be a little bit more creative and expressive. Because as you can see, they only have a pair of eyes. Yeah, and as always, the streamer wins. Even though technically you can be a dickhead, but you'll lose all of your powers and I will just immediately undo it. Comet has never abused mod perms. I don't think you've ever really done anything with mod perms, to be fair. Saribot bans any bots before you get a chance to. Sorry. Anytime I give something like an open, like, 3 face, it's just all I can hear is ah! Yippee! Yay! That's all this face says to me. Yay! They're just so tiny and excited to be here. I'm trying to give them the more, like, a perfect mouth, though. Then again, I guess that's up to you guys if you want to decide to give them different mouths. They don't always have to have the little X3 mouth. Sometimes they might have a tiny one. Or they... I don't know. That's too much. But even better. Even better. Teeny tiny mouth. They don't get noses. That's one thing I'll say that they're not allowed to have, is because they look too normal. They'll look too normal if I give them noses. Or do they have like little sharp teeth? Sorry, I make weird noises. That's part of my deal, I'm sorry. But yeah, this isn't the end of their redesign. I'm just working on some very basic versions of them, because they're allowed to have completely different ears. Like heart-shaped ears, lightning shape. That looks more like a butt. Please. Thank you. Looks less like a butt. Lightning shaped is one of the more interesting ones, or like little 2-pronged ones. I'm trying to make them more interesting, so when I redo their sprites, there's more customization options for everyone who has one. Their legs will always be the same, kind of like this, but their tails also can be changed, being 2-pronged, heart-shaped, lightning-shaped, chibi lightning, I guess, is the best way I can call this. Like a fat lightning bolt. Give them a human nose. Shay, absolutely not. I will get rid of your VIP. Okay, fine. We'll get... That's bad. That's bad. What is it now? A goddamn Eevee? Absolutely not. I refuse. I love little creatures that have multiple stubby limbs. Exactly! This is so much more fun! Like, imagine them trying to write something with a pencil and they have to use all their little limbs because they're so itty-bitty. They're also very small, by the way. They're like... What's a small rodent? Because they're based off of bunnies. They're actually based off of sea bunnies, also known as nudibranch. But they're more sized like... A gerbil? How big is a gerbil? I don't know how big a gerbil is, actually, before I say that. They can fit in your hands, very simply. Both your hands. That's a funny way to measure something. 2 hands long. But, like, not side by... Well, no, side by side, 2 hands long. 2 hands wide? If you cup your hands together, they would very easily and comfortably fit there. I have no idea what rodent size that is the same size as that. Gerbil. I feel like gerbils are going to be so much bigger than I think they are. Gerbil. Oh, wait, actually, opposite. So much smaller than I thought they were. Gerbils are in millimeters. My goodness. They're only 4 to 5 inches in size. Okay, gerbils are smaller than I thought they were. It's a good way to visual size. Okay, thank you, because I thought I was crazy for... like, that doesn't help, but I think it does. So the size of a parakeet. Yes? I'm looking up how big parakeets are. Agent, I know you're the like, parakeet understander. I've never held one before. I'm gonna look it up, but I'm gonna assume that you're right, because I know you've held many. I thought you... Is parakeet what the budgies are? Oh yeah, that seems pretty right to me. Yep. Like 1 to 2 hands large. I'm imagining these little ones being the size of, I can't remember the name, but those little like really fluffy mouse-like creatures that are chinchilla. A chinchilla might be perfect. Wait. Chinchilla? How big are chinchilla? Because they do also have the itty bitty little hands, and I do like to grab stuff. Very similar to these things. Chinchilla. I need someone holding one. Oh. Yeah, chinchillas are like 2 hands big. That's a really stupid way to say it, but that's what we've been going off of. It sounds really funny out of context. But yes, a chinchilla is like 2 hands big. That's like perfect. Because they're not big enough to fit in just one hand. If you want to comfortably hold them, you have to hold them kind of funny. And they're not rat-sized, because rats are a little bit longer than how I'm imagining, but yes, chinchilla. I need someone who's like grasping gently one of them in 2 hands. Perfection. No, I can't copy the image. Why can't I copy the image? This is the perfect image. Oh, there we go. It wasn't loading in properly. I present to you completely accurate. Oh, God. Paige, you are so right. Oh, my goodness. That is absolutely the size I imagined them being. They're chinchilla-sized. We found our rodent. Are they rodents? I have to go back and look at their wiki. Are you guys rodents? I know rats aren't rodents. Okay, they're rodents. Chinchillas are rodents. There we go. We found our rodent for comparison size. They're about as big as a chinchilla. Perfect. I'm just gonna put that whenever... Now I need to, like, have a note down. Anytime someone asks me how big the Kuiper bunnies are, it's just chinchilla-sized. They are about the same size as a chinchilla. Rats aren't I'm sorry, what? Wait, what? They aren't? What? Are rats rodents? Rats are just... No, it says they're rodents. They may be a specific type of rodent, but they're rodents. Rats are... Wait, no, that's not what I was saying. I was talking about the bunnies. No. Rabbits are not rodents. Not rats, rabbits. I might have said it too quickly or not finished my sentence, but rabbits are a different species entirely. Some people confuse them with being rodents because they have the teeth, but rabbits are not. Rabbit/bunny. That's my bad. I might have said rat when I was thinking. I was also looking at the meeples. What is it even? What is that emote called? Because that's terrible. Just immediately clocked the size you were trying to describe. Thank you! I'm so glad you understand what I was saying, because I wasn't. Okay, the meeple's booty shaking. Thanks, terrible. I might have been staring at that and said rat when I meant rabbit. But yeah, no, rabbits are... I don't remember what it's called. I think it's something that starts with an L. Thank you very much for the follow. Follow alerts are anonymous on this channel, so feel free to keep enjoying and lurking, and you don't have to share any information if you don't want to. But I do prefer to know people's pronouns when they join. If you would like to share those, feel free. If you do not and would like to continue to lurk and enjoy, also feel free. Whatever makes you most comfortable. Chinchilla! That's the perfect sizing. To me, if rats were like a little too big, because to me, I think of rat as like long. So I didn't want to go with rat, but chinchillas are also very rounded animals. That is such a funny sentence, but it's also true. Rat. Chinchilla. Honestly, I might use chinchilla as the base, because they do have shorter... They do have shorter bodies. Seems very fun here. Definitely want to hang. Oh, thank you, Paige, for joining us. I'm glad you're having a good time. That's the point of being here. I will sometimes space out and have a very long tangent. So, dude, I'd respond if you called me a potato. To be fair, with all the weird nicknames me and my friends will give each other, at some point we just start responding to them. So, yeah. Out of everyone here, Agent, I would affectionately call you a potato. Comet, I would disrespectfully call you a potato. You know what you did. Hint, it's the organization. I'm proud of you for fixing it. I am. But are you done? Also, stop gambling. You have a goddamn problem. We're gonna start an intervention again. One of these... Next time I get you to play games with me, whether it's Minecraft, Peak, I don't know what, but we're putting you in an intervention. I use he, she, they. Hey, same here. I use she, they for people who I'm new with or I don't know very well, but I do also use he pronouns. I just prefer she, they in public and with people I don't know. It's just, I am gender fluid, but I prefer he pronouns with friends, but I do technically use all three. So it's glad to meet another person who uses all three. Most of my friends are actually either agender or just use any pronouns. So that's fun. I got to meet another person who uses all three. Comet's agender, one of our agender buddies. So I would disrespectfully call you call you a potato. Next MC Plus stream, yeah, we're gonna sit you down and talk to you about the fact that you hide things from yourself in your own house. Seriously, though, I hate you. I can't believe I spent like 10 minutes, not 10, probably 5 minutes looking for something for you, just for you to tell me it was in your backpack. I don't like you because of that, and no, I will not let you live it down. I will never let you live that down. Nor the fact that you did the opposite, where you lost an important item by chucking it in the beetroot chest. You suck. I love you too, but I also despise you and your lack of organization. I am a yes, I am an all, I am a none. Respect. Pronouns be fun like that. Little chunky buddies. They do have a little, like, long shape head. Oh yeah, I described rat as long because to me, this is their body type. Okay, it's a little fat looking, but tell me I'm wrong. That's a rat body type right there. If you're simplifying a rat, this is it. Give them little ears. Little eyes. Their eyes should be on the other side of their head, so fine. I'll just give them one. Give them a little nose. A happy face. And little tail. Okay, they have legs, yes, but like... They have little skinny, scrawny legs. That's not right at all. That's so bad. Skinny, scrawny leg. Okay, the rat's getting worse. I feel like a blob most of the time, and every once in a while, I'm like, Goral. That's probably just my extreme body dysmorphia. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes there can be a lot of different issues. But if you do change your pronouns, don't forget to let us know so we can call you by the right thing. But I know I've dealt with a lot of, like, pronoun changes over the years. I've been mostly she, they for the past, like, 4 years, I think. I think there was a small amount of time where I got rid of the they, but then I brought it back. It's like, you know what? I like this. Sometimes I do prefer to present femininely. And femme is, because I just like femme clothes, I like femme outfits. But I also wear a lot of, like, I guess mask outfits because I don't wear a lot of dresses or skirts. Gender can be complicated. I probably won't have, like, a mask version of my Sona, because honestly, for me, there isn't really a mask for me. I'm just me. You know? I know there are some people who do have, like, really cool femme and mask versions of their Sonas to, like, fit how they feel on certain days, or just because they like doing so. But I feel like, for me, I'm just me. There's no masculine version of me. I'm just me. If I feel like I'm having a mask day, I'm having a mask day, but I'm still gonna look the same. My dad would probably be upset if I went by anything other than she, her. Well, your dad is stupid, and we respect it, so. If you would like to try out different pronouns, your father never has to know. We won't tell him. But also, I hope you get more chances when you are out of that household. But hey, if you don't like it and you still like just using exclusively she, they, that is also completely valid. Too much work, Will. That's also fair. Sometimes gender can be... honestly, sometimes you can just be, I'm a blob but a she, they. I'm a blob in a she, they kind of way. I'm a blob in a she, her kind of way. My gender is lazy. I think the way I look versus the way I sound screws some people up over the gender thing. It's so funny to see who thinks what. Oh, that's fun. Especially because I guess that also means no one's ever wrong. It's just funny to see which one they pick out of the three. Don't ask me why I'm giving the chinchilla mascara. I'm having fun, okay? Ah, Kiri, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in. Hi, guys. I know you were doing Peak, and I think you switched over to Goose, so how was that? You have fun? Also, as always, don't be afraid to raid and run. Take care of yourself, drink some water. I always default to them if I don't know, because it's grammatically correct, and no matter what. That is true. I sometimes straight up refuse to talk to someone if I don't know their pronouns because I don't want to upset them at times, though. There have been those times where I'm just like, I don't know. I have to ask first. Though oftentimes I will assume that if someone doesn't have any pronouns on their page, and I'm right most of the time, if someone doesn't have pronouns on their page, I just assume that they're he, him, and they're a cis male. Because every time, especially on Discord or online, I see someone who doesn't have any pronoun indications, it's usually a cis guy. And I'm right most of the time. Okay, sometimes on like social medias some people just don't have their pronouns on. But like Discord, every time, cis men just don't really like to have the pronouns thing. It's really funny because every cis man in my group, in my friend group, doesn't have the pronouns used, and they also never pick them in Discord servers. I always ask, of course, but every time I've been right. They just never pick them. And it makes me mad because it's like, God damn it, I know you respect pronouns. I know you're an ally, but could you just pick the damn pronouns? I need other people to know who you are. They don't know. And it's like, I won't. Every cis man in my friend group refuses to pick pronouns in a gender picker. Every server I am in, they never pick them. Yeah, because even cis women tend to pick she, they, or she pronouns in servers. It's mostly cis men that just refuse. Annoying little shits, all of them. I'm mostly making fun of my friend group because I know I have 3 different cis men that I know, and they all do this. And most of the other cis men I've met online also do this. I love getting an ad in French despite not understanding a single thing. French ad? I normally don't pay attention to my Twitch ads, to be fair, but yeah, I feel like I've gotten some weird ones too. I feel like I got a lot of them for chicken after I ate something. They stalk me. Oh yeah, the worst timing for a Twitch ad that I hated. Oh, Canada. That makes more sense. That makes sense. Oh, I'm so sorry, Paige. I completely forgot that we were on an ad break. Yeah, sorry. I was saying that I was making jokes because I've noticed that most cis men, especially in my friend group, literally will not take pronouns in a server, nor do they add it to their bio. So obviously I use they, them for people who I don't know the gender of, or I won't say anything to them until I ask. Because I'm like, I don't want to say something wrong and I don't want to upset you. So I'm just either going to wait to ask you or not say anything until someone refers to you with the proper pronouns. But I've also noticed that cis men just tend to not pick pronouns in servers or add it to their bio. Even cis women tend to. But cis men always refuse. I have not met a single cis man that actually puts the he, him in like Discord servers. And I hate them for it. So whenever I see someone who never uses pronouns or doesn't have any picked, I just kind of assume that they're going to be a cis man, and I've been right every time. I know there are 3 different cis men in my friend group, and all 3 of them never pick pronouns, don't have it in their bios anywhere. They just move on. They're all good people. I'm not saying that they like don't, but no, obviously they're all normal people. They're my friends. But it's just like, I've noticed it. No matter what server they join, they refuse to just pick pronouns. Meeples, are you the difference? Are you the peak example of a man? I'm sorry, that's a stupid ass sentence. Maybe mine are just stupid. Maybe the ones I just keep company are really dumb. They just refuse. Most of the time I am right though, because like cis men just don't give enough shits to pick pronouns for some reason. I can't get them to pick them either. I've even complained like, hey, you know, you're supposed to pick your pronouns when you join the server, and that never changes. My favorite part of this is gonna be a cis guy hearing this and being, but I pick pronouns. See ya in a year. No, you said that right after Meeple said that he picks pronouns. You can't say that right after Meeple says something. God damn it, Gary. Well, Meeples, we'll see you in a year. Anytime I see pronoun rolls, like, yeah, it's just Maples, I'm sorry. Those ones just went out, like, at the exact same time. So, just, see you in a year. I mean, I'm not saying anything, but there are so many times. Hey, you never know. In a year, sometimes you find different things out about yourself. Not to brag, but one of my cis male rituals does have he, him pronouns in his biome. Biome? I'm having a stroke. Either way, clapping for the 2 cis men that actually have he, him pronouns in their bios. Congratulations, you are the winner of being the peak male performance. I don't know. There's just also so many more that are just like, eh. You'll figure it out. I swear, I feel like that's exactly what goes on in their heads. Just like, you'll figure it out. No, Overlord and Entei are exactly the 2 people I'm talking about. And Taiga. They are the 3 cis men I'm talking about. Agent! Thank you for the sub. But also bad. I don't have a spray bottle yet. I should make a spray bottle. I don't know how I'd do that. Probably an animation. Just like a short little animation. Every time someone has a gift sub, there's a bunny getting sprayed with water in the face. That's the animation. Thank you, Agent. I appreciate it, though. But yeah, see? Go look. Neither Overlord, Entei, and, wait, actually, Overlord does have he, him pronouns in my server. I swear, if he's here and he hears me bitching and he changed it, I'm gonna get him. Doug also, doesn't choose them either. Now I'm going through everyone in the Discord server to see who has pronouns. Fancy has them. Meeples has them. Meeples already told us. Entei, where are you? He's offline. Entei. Let's see. Oh, wait, he actually did. God damn it. Wait, I'm wrong. Did they actually go back and get pronouns? When they first joined for like the first month, they didn't have any. What? Kari doesn't. Yep, there's at least 2. Okay, there's still like 2 people where I'm right about that though. I'm still kind of right. But it looks like they actually did go back and get he, him pronouns eventually. In my server, they do have them, but I know before they did not have them. Because I was like, why are there so many? There's like a huge lack in male pronoun, or like, not male pronouns, sorry, that's a bit weird to say. He, him, there's a very distinct lack of he, him pronouns. When I know there's more people who use he, him in this server than that. Which is why I noticed it was a thing in the first place. Because Entei, Doug, Kari, and Overlord all didn't have it picked, but now they do. Well, now he, him is winning. There's 10 he, hims. Before there was like 5. If pressed about it too much, they will cave. Maybe they actually listened to me when I was making fun of them for it. I think a couple months ago, I was like, neither of you keep picking pronouns. I've checked several servers and they did not have them. All right, well, now my point's less funny. There's only 2 out of 5 cis men that I know. Just 5 that still don't have their pronouns. I was still right, though. For the most part, there was only like 5 people with he, him pronouns in the server because a lot of the cis men didn't pick their pronouns. Because most of the time, they don't. It's a little funny to me, but they have gone back and fixed it, so I guess they did change that at some point. Honestly, maybe they noticed they didn't pick it. It might have just been a mistake and they forgot about it, because let's be fair, they're gonna assume that it doesn't really matter, and then they'll remember, wait a minute. Someone's probably gonna ask me this. My friends use many pronouns. If I don't pick mine, people aren't gonna know. Also because they've both become more active in the server recently, so that's also probably why. They were some of the first people in the server to help me test server stuff to make sure it was working right. So they probably just kind of forgot about it. Actually, I think they were in here before pronouns were even added in to, like, select your roles. Oh, that's probably why. They probably didn't realize it was even there. They might have just forgotten. But they fixed it. I'm being tasked with grabbing pizza dinner. Ooh, yum. Hope you enjoy. Did they go back and get pronouns like they bought them from the store? Don't make fun of me, Illiday. Don't do that. I did it on my PC, so oh yeah, that's true. I'm not allowed to yell at you for subbing because you're doing better about not using mobile. Because oh my god, it's like twice the amount to sub on mobile. It's just terrible. It is partially out of Twitch's control because I know Apple is making anything purchased on their apps more expensive. And I think there's also some sort of fee, just $2 more. Oh. Hey, that's $2 that could be used for literally anything else. But I won't yell at you. Even though I would prefer you save that money for getting to a safer place, but I won't yell at you. You're also allowed to do whatever you want with your money. Apple adds a fee for using Apple to pay for things. Oh, yeah. I know there was an issue with PayPal a while ago, too, because they were rising on the app. It raised the prices for sub on PayPal as well. I was like, who, don't you just love our friend group? We're all just a little silly. Yep. I want to dropkick some of you into the sun, but I also want to hug you, so... I guess you'll take the hug and then get dropkicked. Okay, not all of you. Just like you and Echo specifically. Echo. The way Echo plays video games frustrates me, and I get to sit front row while watching them do things the wrong way. Or they just straight up don't listen to me. So, they don't have to. But it still frustrates me when I'm right. And I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, don't forget to go up. And then they go down and die. So now I know what it's like for you guys to watch me play any game. I appreciate you letting me be stupid on my own. Everything I make from Twitch goes straight to my move out fund. Okay. That is true. I know for a fact, though, whenever we all meet up, I'm getting hugged. Oh, yes, very true. Of course, if you want a hug. Boundaries are very important. Not everybody is very into touch. I know I can be very picky when it comes to touch. So I know I prefer to be asked, which is why I also ask other people. But you should always ask other people. Some people just aren't a huge fan of surprise physical contact or just contact in general. I always want hugs. Okay, well, you're getting smushed. I'm gonna squeeze all of the stolen pastries out of you. Also, stop stealing things. And I don't eat out every day anymore. Well, I am also glad you're saving, but sometimes a nice tasty treat is okay. I would prefer you use the money for a nice tasty treat than subbing to a Twitch channel, but... Hey, nice tasty treats are deserved. They make you feel better. But whatever brings you dopamine is also okay. As Kuso says, no touch. I think that was more of an Edna mode voice than anything. I mean, that sounded more Edna than Kuzco, but you get the point. No touch. I like how this is all we've done this stream. I need you guys to understand that. This is all I've come up with this stream. And I think it's going to continue to be that way, because I have, like, I think we're going to move on to OCs now. This is a good start, though. I might change their head shape a little bit more, give them more of a neck. I might be getting rid of the gem thing. I think I'll just have to leave it be. I did want to add it because it added a fun customization thing where you guys could add little gems to them and their bodies to give them like another layer of design. But the gems don't make much sense. So we're gonna have to deal with it. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll change up the colors of the Kuiper Bunny so they're all the bitter type and then they have the gem instead. But maybe they just don't get the gem. Either way, it's OC time! Where is my warm-ups? There it is. So ignore this. The character is not done. I was trying to warm up a while ago. It still doesn't look right. I've been trying to draw my newest D&D character, Lance, and nothing has been working. They just don't look the way I want them to. Lance is an Azamar. Voice crack. This might be where I space out to actually draw, because drawing faces is one of my favorite things to do, but also it takes so much more energy than drawing the bunnies. Alright. Ooh, Asmars are very fun. Oh yeah, he is... Like I said before, we use Pathfinder just because that's what we ended up using a lot. So he's specifically a Muse-touched Asmar, which means he is the son of an Illind. Well, child. Lance is gender fluid. I wanted to give him those little, like, wing ears. Don't understand wings enough to do this, but that's too freaking bad. Him and all of his sisters also do. I say all of, there's two. There's two other sisters. All of makes it sound like there's a lot more siblings. I can't tell you anything more about him because I'm waiting for the campaign to start, and at least one other person who's playing in that campaign is here. So that'll be spoilers for a secret I have for the campaign. So the most I can tell you about him is the fact that he works as a circus performer. Specifically an acrobat. I think his ears are too far up. That's fine. It's a circus that his family runs. His mom is an Illind. His dad is from Greece. And that's honestly most of what I have for him right now. He's a circus performer. Oh yeah, I gave him an Instagram account and a YouTube vlog. I thought it would be funny because his sisters went off to college, so he originally used them to keep track of all the places they went so his sisters wouldn't be left out. And also partially to brag about the cool places they got to go while still on, like, circus tour? Don't really know what you call that. I need to get into Pathfinder, but I like homebrew, big surprise, and I'm scared by the mechanics. Oh yeah, Pathfinder just happens to be what I started out with, so it's what I'm the most used to, but yeah, it's very complicated. Hell, we oftentimes bring more homebrew into our worlds just because 5e has stuff that we like more, like its mechanics for resting, I think we took a lot, and a lot of the time we add advantage because it's a really fun thing to do. Even though advantage is not really a thing in Pathfinder. No, he's my energetic boy. Oh Oh yeah, is there a link for the Discord by chance? Oh yeah, yeah, we do have a link. Thank you, Comet, for being on it. Comet's best mod, always here, always on it. Thank you very much for joining the Discord. As always, like we we bitched about earlier, go get your pronouns from the store. Yeah, go take a quick look at the rules. Take your roles. There are little extra roles that get added, fun little stuff for supporters. Verification role will be added to you since I know you're a real person. Never mind, Comet already got me. Comet's always, like I said, Comet's always on it. Didn't even get a chance to see your name before they got you. There are notification roles as well, so if you want live stream notifications, notifications for comics, because I will be making comics in the future, stuff like that. Collaboration roles, gaming. I know people who are like on a ship will say aye aye captain and stuff like that. What do you say in response if you're the captain? Comet, yeah, Comet's just on it. That other eye is a little bit bigger than the first one, but honestly, I think I like that a bit more, so I'm going to copy that eye over. Comet, I'm gonna politely ask you to stop saying that because every time you say that, I think of Lightning McQueen with your wings on it, and I really don't like that. I don't like thinking about Lightning McQueen with your, like, Sona's wings on him. Deeply disturbing. I know that's not your fault, but I'm gonna blame you for it anyway. The evil, evil moth. If you didn't steal stuff all the time, I'd believe you. But you steal stuff all the time. Absolutely. What you gonna be? If you say Lightning McQueen, I'm blocking you. Making that clear for the start. Oh, he looks so sad. He shouldn't look this sad. Ooh, what if you made your Sona in Deltarune? That'd be fun. I was thinking about doing that for like an art challenge. Okay, well now he's just a little too silly. Move that down a bit, because now his lips are like way too close to the rest of his face. Doing Dark World versions of Arsonas would be really fun, though. I think I'm gonna have to move. Oh, that's the wrong tool. There we go. The wing is like just about what I want, so I think I'm just gonna keep this here. Could I just look up what actual wings look like as examples and make this easier on myself? Yes, I could. Am I going to do that? Yes, I am. Right now, because I didn't think of that until I realized it and started making fun of myself for it. So... okay, I guess I should have looked up something other than just wings because now I'm just looking at food. That was a bad idea. Wings reference, yeah. Okay, all of these are a little complicated, but that's fine. I'll simplify them soon. Okay, so... it seems to be like the part that heads down and it heads back up. And then those are like a part of this thing here. I guess there's like a thing that attaches all that. That looks kind of like a butterfly wing, funnily enough. There's like different layers of the wings. I can see that part. But they seem to have like 3 main bits to them and some of these like references that are like teaching people to draw wings. And simplifying them. I'm seeing there's like the main parts. So like connector. 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 I think... so the II captain thing, you said either couldn't comment because dragging. I think it's like a pirate equivalent of yes ma'am, yes sir. You don't really say anything back. Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah, that does make sense. Because I don't think I've ever seen a captain reply. It's normally you say that to the captain after they do something. So that does make sense. Thank you very much for that page. Oh, then this should be... the way this is connected in is a little weird, actually. To be fair, I'm still not fully sure if I want to give him the wing ears that are, like, directly connected into his head, and he only has those. I do kind of want him to have actual ears. But then it would look kind of weird if he had both. That's the reason why Lance is taking me so long to design and draw. She is complicated. A lot of my OCs, I already kind of know what they're going to look like, but Lance has been a little bit difficult for me. I will be honest. Lance has been, in fact, kicking my ass. See, here I am looking right. I know how to draw ears. Why am I forgetting? Let me look at my one in... Oh my goodness, there's almost 1,500 pins in here on my how to draw, like, Pinterest board. I have it up to, like, remind me of different tips and tricks, and oh my goodness, there's so many in here. I'm gonna have to, like, go through this one day and just be like, yeah, I don't need this. Why did I add that? I did kind of try to keep them all in their own groups, but at some point I started messing up, and now a lot of them have, like, things that shouldn't have other things in them. Like, I think there's a couple faces in the expression thing that are, like, it's not for expressions. They're supposed to be head drawings, but I was like, yeah, that's good enough. Faces and head. Which probably should be different, but, you know, whatever. Ears. I know there's at least one ear tutorial in here. Or did I just not grab one? And I just, like, said, screw it, I'll figure it out. Or it's been taken down. Sometimes the tutorials get taken down. They are kind of just like little screen caps of how people do things sometimes. Some of them are TikTok videos. I can't watch a TikTok video at this moment. Please. Where is it? Okay, well, it's not in faces and heads. Is it? Please tell me I didn't put the ears in expression. I probably did. Like I said, some of these are messed up and have the wrong things in them. I didn't put the ears in the noses. Why is nose... Well, noses can be separate, I guess. Oh, there's one. Okay. I know before I had, like, a really good way that I stylized, like, simple elf ears. I think this is just it. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. We're going with this. And... shoulder. And here... That shoulder is way too short. And honestly, so is the other one. There we go. We're not paying attention to the rest of them. Back to the ears. That's not bad. I still needed to give Lance a hairstyle. I think I wanted to go with something braided. But then I realized that me and hair don't get along, so... Go. Actually, there's only so much hair that he can have before his fucking head snaps. He's gonna... I don't think I can give him a braid any longer, or else he's gonna, like... his head's gonna fall off from the weight. This is too much hair already. Okay, I know that's not true, because, like, Rapunzel... But this is for a zombie apocalypse campaign. He does not need this much hair. And he's an acrobat who uses an aerial hoop and, what's the other one? Aerial silk? So, like, he doesn't need that much hair. The hair's long enough. Oh god, wait, this is the dead mom from anime. No. Nope. Use the hair as a whip. Okay, that'd be cool as hell. I love the cafe themed sword. Thank you. Thank you. What am I, 6? Okay. I get tongue-tied when I don't talk for a little bit. Thank you very much. It's because the server is cafe themed because that is the branding for my channel, actually. I am a witch that runs a cosmic cafe. Well, just a magic cafe, but it's called the Cosmic Cafe. My cafe is weird, magic, and probably a form of elder horror. Please don't enter the staff rooms. They are staff only for a reason. The cafe also may or may not be alive. It's alive. I apologize. Just don't go in the staff only rooms and everything should be a-okay. That's what I mean by me and hair don't get along. Sounds very fun. It was to make, well, I haven't drawn it yet, but I do plan to draw a lot of this stuff. We just have silly lore for the most part. That's what the creatures are. They're like weird things that just kind of end up being around. There's more than just the bunnies. There's a lot of other creatures. Only a few of them I have actually gotten a chance to design. I will be designing more of them in the future because there's weird little creatures. Think of it kind of like Pokemon. Where there's just... But Pokemon, but something's probably wrong here. Because there's just weird creatures that kind of appear on their own. I hate hair. What hairstyle do I want to give him? What hair type do you have? I kind of want to give him something swishy. I think I'll get the hair I want if I draw a little looser. Will be hoarding my channel points as much as I can. I do that with most channels. Goal is always 100k. Damn! That's fair. Recently, a Twitch channel that I really enjoy watching during my days, Mama Looney, she lets you buy VIP. It starts at like 90k, but because she uses Mix It Up, she makes it so you can lower or raise the cost. So that was like my goal for the like 3 months straight to get VIP in their streams. Hi Echo! I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to draw Lance again. His face looks great. He's bald because I can't draw hair. I'll be fighting with him for a hairstyle. Still don't even know what he looks like really in my head. This is kind of just good enough. But how you doing, Echo? Let's see. What are you gonna do? Nice! For a lot of my characters, I kind of see them in my head. So, I'm in Deltarune. Echo, why? What are you doing? You're not playing without me, are you? I sure hope not. Wait, are you fighting Spamton again? Hey! Oh, it's a single pan. Well, I hope you're not that hungry. You're only getting one. It might be a big one, though. Honestly, I haven't really thought about how big the pancakes are here, because I know some places have absolutely massive pancakes. Echo, please tell me you are not fighting the knight. Please. Please tell me you're not fighting the knight. You better fucking not be. What are you doing? Show me your screen share. What do you have in your mouth? You're fighting the knight. Echo. Why? Why are you fighting
in my
it?
headphones?
You're terrible.
You scared the shit out of me.
Why? No, don't hide me.
Because I have issues.
What is wrong with you? Really? This fight kicked your ass for 4 days. No. 4.
18 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, or 49 minutes, I'm aware.
4 days to beat the fight. I don't care. That's also almost a full day. Why?
I don't know.
You don't want me to call you a masochist. Really? You have a problem. And you know that. Echo. I'm guessing this is a regular occurrence. Yes, Paige, it is. Because Echo got their ass kicked for 3 hours in a row by Spamton, and then decided, oh, well, you know what? I'm just gonna fight him for fun for another 12? 12 hours of just fighting him for fun? Was that it? How many?
Yeah, 12 hours of just fighting him for fun.
12. Took Echo 18 hours to beat this other boss.
After killing him twice, I'm able to beat him in 1 attempt. So I've beaten him like 10 times now.
And now, they're fighting the other secret boss. Well, no, actually, no, this is just a regular one. Samson's secret, the knight is not.
Well, the knight is technically the secret boss of this one because you're not supposed to be able to beat it.
That's true. So now they are again fighting one of the bosses that kicked their butt for so long, just for the fun of it. And you disagree when I call you a masochist? You disagree with me?
I can't anymore.
You couldn't when you fought Spamton for several hours after he kicked your butt.
Well, he was easy after I was able to beat him in one attempt, so that's not really a masochist. And I only had to kill him like 2 more times in order to beat him in one attempt. So
You seeing this shit, chat? Bullshit. You're terrible. I'm leaving.
good. Okay. Bye-bye.
You have fun with that, freak. I hate them so much. They will always fight these bosses. They really, to be fair, both of them have really good music. It's fun. I enjoy a good challenge too. But like, really? Again? I think he just likes getting his ass kicked at this point. Cause like, when I tell you the difference between how long it took them to fight Spamton and win versus the Knight is 15 hours more to beat the Knight at all is insane. And here they are doing it again for fun. I can't understand it. Why? Alright. It's fine. I'm gonna look up hair, like, ideas to see if I find something that I really like for Lance. 18 hours, 49 minutes, 51 seconds of recording on my computer, auto-capturing the game. This was hell. Let's do it again! Yeah, sounds about right. Why? Look, you have fun over there being a freak. I'm gonna draw my boy. To be fair, I'm judging you for doing something that causes you, like, mental anguish while I'm struggling to draw, and this is my main hobby for fun and relaxing, and sometimes it gets to me. And I will never stop drawing. So I guess we're not too different. Echo's also an artist, so they get that pain and the pain of gaming. What do acrobats normally wear for their hairstyles anyway? Acrobats. Let's see. They probably don't have their hair very long. Because I assume it would probably be like a safety risk, and even if they do, they probably have it up in a very tight bun. What's the little bar / counter for on the side? Oh, that's my follower goal counter. That's the counter. Thank you. Thank you, Echo. I know you're trying to be like, oh, that's the follower counter. That's because it relates to the other message, but just saying that's the counter sounds really like fucking passive aggressive and funny. Like, you know, that's the counter. The counter. It counts countedly. Yeah, it's my follower goal counter. For this year, my goal was 200 followers, and we're only a little bit away. I know the goal versus the Twitch count is slightly different. Technically, we are only at 95. It was meant to be 2 messages, or 1 message. That makes more sense. It's not counting 1 follower that I also don't count, which is technically someone's, like, other account that I guess they followed twice on. I don't know how to remove follower. Oh, I guess I can ban the account.
I have something to say.
I also don't count it because I know it's someone's, like,
Here.
side account.
Have a potion.
Rhea, what is the potion? She's not gonna tell me. Alright, Shay, roll the Rhea potion wheel. Let's see what we got today. Ooh, rainbow bagel. A gaggle. Yay, another gaggle. Love gaggles. But yeah, it's the follower goal. It's like the comment someone left a different question, like, which way is east? Opposite of west. Yeah. Oh yeah, for context, Shay has a Google Doc that has several different, like, wild magic options for Rhea's potion response, and anytime Rhea says, here, have a potion, Shay gets to tell the person the effect. So, Wolf, you get to see what you turn into. You could be a frog, you could be a goose, you might be really lucky for the rest of the day. Shay is really on it with, like, giving stats to the little critters around the cafe and all sorts of really fun stuff like that. So big ups to Shay. Shay is also our resident nerd and gets to look stuff up for us when we play different games. East is the direction the sun rises in. Stare at the sun for a couple of hours in the morning and you'll figure it out. Hopefully. I'm really excited for Wednesday's stream because we're going to be streaming Slime Rancher 2, which should be officially out of early access on Tuesday, which means I get to stream it the next day. Very excited for that. I really did love Slime Rancher 1. I wanted to avoid it, Slime Rancher 2, while it was still in early access, just in case. And that's really soon. Very excited for that. I have absolutely no idea what happens in 2. I'm going in completely blind to it. You feel compelled to eat one of each of the following items. An apple, a beetroot, a berry, bread, cake, a carrot, chicken. Oh god, no. That's the Minecraft achievement for eating every item in the game, which I tried to do for my birthday stream as a Minecraft challenge. For my birthday stream, I had crowd control on. Kind of cheap. I also bought premium so we could get free coins for everyone more often. And my goal was to get the achievement a balanced diet, which means you need to eat one of every edible item in Minecraft once. I did not complete the challenge because I was 3 items away. I was missing, I think, a glowberry, obviously the chorus fruit because we didn't make it to the end, and I can't remember what the last one was, but it was because I was really unlucky in finding the biome, even with people being able to teleport me around. But yeah, that is a reference to the balanced diet achievement in Minecraft. Shay, props to you. God Apple? I think so, yeah, God Apple, because you can't even get those in crowd control. You can't be given those in crowd control, it's not even an option. So yeah. God Apple, Glowberry, and Chorus Fruit. I've been waiting for someone to roll that one. That's so good. That's fun that you added that one. Shay has a lot of different Easter eggs and references from different streams because they're here basically since Shay has joined this channel, they've been here for every stream. The one time I took damage was when I forgot I was fighting and took some damage in the next attack. You... Pay attention to your boss fight, you psycho. There's a good amount of people who do have their heads, like, mostly or completely shaved who are acrobats. Oh, some people are wearing, like, cap things on their heads. But yeah, a good amount of them seem to have their hair up in, like, a very... Assumably by the size of the bun, it's definitely that they do have long hair, but it's wrapped up. Or some people just have short hair. I wonder if I look up acrobat hairstyle, what would I even get? Probably nothing, but it's worth trying. Oh, those are just like some fun... Generally just like cool looking hairstyles. Okay. And then the rest of these are just images of acrobats. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I expected. I'm just imagining those military buns that women... mainly have to have. Yeah, that's true, because, like, gymnasts also wear those a lot, I think. Since, well, gymnasts, ballerinas, I think, do as well, because it's a safety precaution. If your hair gets stuck on something, you could get really hurt. So it does make the most sense. Which, if anything, that means he likely has his hair down pretty frequently when he's not performing, because, oh my goodness. the headache you would have if you had to wear one of those buns like 24/7 would probably not be good. And sure, maybe some people don't get headaches when having their hair pulled real tight, but I sure did, and I will not be doing that to my boy. I could also just give him short hair, but I'm really not feeling the short hair for some reason. Well, maybe I should give him short hair. I hated having my hair up for gymnastics. Too many headaches. Okay, that's 2 people who have gotten headaches from having their hair up for too long. So it is a thing. I might have also just had a sensitive scalp. So I may just be projecting, but I had problems with getting headaches during gym class because I had to have my hair up in a bow. So, or not in a bow, but like in a bun with a little. I think I did want a little bow in because I thought it would be cute. I don't think I ever was allowed to because they weren't stable enough, quote unquote. Same for ballet though. Baby me looked adorable with the bun. Yeah, they're so cute, but they also freaking hurt. So if he does have his hair tied up, it's going to be very loosely when he's not working. I don't feel like he would like his hair in his face, though. So maybe he does have it, like, tucked behind his ear in some way. I don't want to give him the dead anime mom haircut. But it is also, like, a really cute haircut. Hmm. My hair will randomly make it feel like one strand of hair is tied up for hours simply because it's curly. So I had to lay the wrong way. Ah. I'm hating all of these hairstyles so far. Every time I've drawn like a basic shape for something, I'm just like, nope. Ew. Incorrect. Lance, why must you make this difficult? Okay, proper head, hairline. Might break from this fight to actually go fight Jevil. Oh yeah! Echo, I just realized we're stupid. Remember when Galaxy was like, oh, you should have 3 shadow crystals at this point in time in chapter 4? It's so weird that you only have 2. And we were like, oh yeah, man, it is weird that we have 2. Echo, you had never fought Jevil. You only have 2 crystals. Oh my god. We all 3 of us were like, oh man, it looks like you didn't get the crystal for that chapter. That's weird. You never fought Jevil. You only have 2. And all 3 of us were just like, oh, it must be glitched out. There must be something bugged with the game. I can't believe I'm just now remembering you didn't get to fight Jevil. So you only have 2. Oh my god. We are not right. It still wasn't doing the dialogue, which was weird. But we weren't missing a crystal. I don't know why it wouldn't do the dialogue. Maybe you only need, maybe you do need Jevils and he doesn't talk to you unless you have all of the crystals you're supposed to have, so I'm not sure. Maybe that has something to do with the fact that we're missing crystals. Time to restart. Fuck no. I am not going through all of those boss fights again with Echo. Echo would gladly go through all of those boss fights again, though. And Echo is going to have to play the game again if they want to do Snowgrave, which I do think they are going to do. But again, I will not be there with them. At least not in the stream. Because they are going to be doing Snowgrave with Galaxy. None of these hairstyles are hitting. None of those are it. What is it? Where is it? What do I need? I know there has to be some. I just can't figure out what. Long hair? Short hair? What do I want for you? What do you want from me, Lance? Something, please. For a lot of my characters, they at least like give me some little hint. A lot of my characters also end up getting the exact same hairstyle because like they give me the same hint. There's nothing wrong with like a nice simple bun, but I don't want another character with a nice simple bun. Lance, what I want for you. You're bald and I can't have you be bald. It would kind of be funny if he was bald. I'm gonna look this up, and I have a feeling if something speaks to me, I have to go with it. I can't tell you guys what I'm looking up. Don't give me... Thank you. Okay. What? No way, right? I'm losing it. I just fucking spelled this. Thank you. Come here. What do these look like? I was joking, but I think I'm gonna go live in a few hours and fight Jevil just cause that'd be really funny. Well, I know where I'm, maybe not in a few hours, maybe, soon, so I can raid you soon, because I'm getting tired. Actually, actually do have curly hair? Wait, really? You do. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. That's actually like a really cool fact, and I can't even tell you guys what I'm looking at because that'd be huge spoilers, and I can't explain why I'm looking at this. I didn't know that you had hair that looks like this. That's really cool, actually. Are these actual statues, like in museums? No, I think that's a remake of it. It's in Wikipedia. Huh. Alright then. That... I can't explain this or else it's spoilers for my character and there's stuff I want to keep secret from you guys, like, in the game. But that is actually, like, a really cool fact. And then it's fan art for this thing. Huh. Well, that's fun. I still can't tell what hair color I want this guy to have. He's either blonde or like a pinkish redhead. I can't know. Either way, this is even more reason to give him curly hair, though. Maybe something... Okay, maybe he is getting short hair. Kind of like shorter, mid-length. I'm curious, but fine, keep your secrets. It's not keeping secrets from you guys. It's mostly because Comet and Echo are here, and Wolf. I don't know how much all three of them are listening in, but they're in the campaign, and I can't tell you guys because the three of them can probably still hear me. So if I said it out loud in stream, they would know, and I can't have them know. Oh yeah, there are some more fun facts I can tell you about him. He does do solo acts for the circus because he ended up getting, he was originally a part of a trio act with his, triplet sisters. But now he is a solo act, and his stage name of sorts is Eros. He's very pink and love themed. Also because he uses a bow. I thought it would be fun because Illins are known for using harps, and harps to me also just kind of look like it would be really cool turned into a bow. So he also uses a bow. During part of his acts, he plays the harp, he does acrobatics, and he is capable of using a bow, which his father taught him. The one thing I can't tell you is about a backstory spoiler thing that I'm keeping secret from the rest of the party because it's really funny to me. They'll have to find out when we start playing. I can also move where these arms are. Colonel's backstory is different. Campaign. He doesn't know. Well, that's funny. There's a lot of things we don't know in this campaign. Do you actually have more stuff? Oh, you do. Interesting. I wonder what that's about. I can't tell you guys any of what I'm looking into. What do you have? Alright, I would lurk, but it won't let me sit here on my streams and cries. Oh, thank you for the hug. I will actually be sending them over to you because, I'll be honest, this is actually the most I've ever gotten when it comes to drawing Lance, so this is good enough for me. He kindly has like a kind of hairstyle. I'll mess with it more off stream. But I'm also starting to want to do a little bit of a break. It's been 3 hours, and I think that's a pretty long stream. I always love hearing the stories people come up with for their OCs, that and the fun facts about them. Well, you are in a great place for that, Paige, because that is literally my whole shtick. Why are the purple bunnies grouped up again? They always do this. Hello, yes, all of you, on my head for some reason. They like to group up every once in a while when I look at them. They're all next to each other, following each other around. It's like a little cult of purple. Where are all of you going? Everybody's following the leader, which right now is Echo. But yeah, I talk about my OCs a lot. It's kind of like the few things I do. My stream OCs, my comic book OCs, my own Sona, the critters I make for the cafe also count as OCs. That is like most of what I do here. So, you are in the right place, my friend. Did you just fling someone? What the fuck was that? Oh, that was Comet. You killed Comet. Be nice. I like, out of the corner of my eye, I see someone get flinged. Alright. Alright, get your stream started. But yeah, I don't have too much to tell you guys about Lance because, like I said, sadly, he's a newer character. I've only had him for a couple of weeks, but I do find him very interesting, and I will be writing more and more about him when the campaign actually starts up, so hopefully sometime next year, because it's being written currently, and we're working on our rewrites of our characters for it. The campaign itself was also rewritten, so hopefully there will be more, but there's also plenty of my comic characters, there's plenty of lore for the channel, because I'm treating this more like a comic. I actually plan to start, like, a mini comic series around my, like, channel lore. Just, like, every once in a while, posting pages of, like, funny bits, references to stuff we've done on stream, stuff like that. It's not my headcanon that purple Kemper bunnies are attracted to the color purple. They like stick around to each other for some reason. They just like to conga line. Honestly, well, the red bunnies sometimes do, but I think because Fancy is always sitting somewhere, the red bunnies don't get to hang out as much. Also, more people tend to pick purple or red. I've noticed based off of like the different colors of the bunnies. Wolf changes more frequently. Shay, you're like the only person who's green. There's far more people who are purple. Comet's always red, and I know sometimes newer people pick red before they start picking other colors. Agent and Meeples tend to be pink and orange, but Wolf also tends to sit down, so the orange bunnies don't get to hang out. Right now, they're whispering to Meeples, like a strange little, I almost said evil secretary, evil advisor, like for kings and stuff. I don't know why I was saying secretary. Then again, they both have the purple crown, or the, well actually, Wolf has the Haket's crown, and Meeples has Calamar's. Also, yes, those are the Cult of the Lamb crowns on top of the bunnies' heads. I fucking love that game. And I am so excited you do not understand how excited I am for Woolhaven. I am so fucking pumped. I need it injected directly into my veins the moment it comes out. I loved Cult of the Lamb. It was incredibly fun. I love the fan art and the comics and the stories that people come up with around this character and the world it's in. I love people drawing their own versions of the Lamb. I honestly want to one day. Actually, funnily enough, the Cult of the Lamb was such a big and amazing series that it directly influenced not only my Sona's lore, but so many things around the channel. You will see more and more of it, and I will point it out at times, but Cult of the Lamb influenced so much. I love it. The designs, the fan works, the amount of fan comics I've been reading of the Lamb, there are some amazing artists. There are so many good artists that I just freaking adore. There's one comic, I can't remember the name of the artist, but there's one comic about the fact that the Lamb, because of them taking on godhood, has to get rid of Narinder because the crown is going to slowly make them consume more and more things. And I will warn you guys, there's a good amount of horror comics for Cult of the Lamb. This should be expected. There's a lot of rooms with like bleeding, pumping hearts sitting around. It's kind of a gory game at times, but it's cartoony. That comic is literally about the Lamb having the like need to eat meat even though they never have before. And essentially, the reason why is because the crown wants them to eat Narinder. Because it needs his body to be consumed by its current host. It's insane. It's so cool. Love the art style. Love the, like, the drama in it. Because they're in love. I love when people make those two have feelings for each other and the different ways they explore that dynamic of, like, betrayal and also being some of the few people who can understand each other. Because the Lamb is the last of their kind. And Narinder is one of the few gods left. Also, the shared understanding of godhood and mortality between the two of them. Ooh, it's good. Ooh, I love it. I love when they add, like, different characters. And it is time for me to give my dog his pill. I will be right back. Enjoy some music. Oh my goodness, I just realized the reason why we're listening to the Spirit City music is because I wanted to listen to the music I actually like in the background. And I completely forgot about it. So I've just been listening to Spirit City music with you guys. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Also, the music for Cult of the Lamb. Fucking banger. Rest in peace, the artist that did most of the original music for the game. Sadly, they did pass away not too long ago. The music they made for that game is so fucking good, and I listen to it regularly. Like, not kidding, I listen to it when I'm drawing, I'll play it during Minecraft, or during several different streams. 1, because not copyright, 2, because it's fucking amazing. So good. The main reason I bought, well, actually, I didn't buy Cult of the Lamb, but I added it to my wish list, is because of the fan artists. I didn't really know much about it beforehand, but I kept seeing fan art, and I was like, this is so good. There's so much of this. These designs are so fun. This must be a good game, right? Like, if the people love it this much, to make this much art of it, and it constantly being shared by the developers, this game has to have some serious love put into it. And boy, does it. I love that game so much. It's such a fun series. And the fans as well make it so much better because there's more. There's always more. You can play it again over and over. The fun mechanics, the story, the lore, the way people change it and mess with it as they go. Greatly enjoy. Hey, what is this? But yeah, I love it. Great series. Developers worked so hard on all of the art, the music, every asset. It's so good, and I love it. And I'm so excited for that DLC. I don't care how much it is. I'm buying it. It could be the same. Also, I never paid for the game. The main reason why I said added it to my wishlist and changed what I was saying is because I did not buy the game. My friends got it for me for Christmas. So, I had to correct that. Technically, I never actually bought the game. My friends bought it for me for my as a Christmas gift. And man, am I so glad. I think it was actually to like, because one of my friends bought me the main game, and then he bought me all of the DLC and even the soundtrack thing. So, and I was just like, why? Why? And he was just like, I don't know, because it's funny. He likes giving gifts. But also, Echo is now live with Deltarune, so I think instead of gushing over Cult of the Lamb for the next hour, I probably will. I'm going to give my voice and my eyes a break and send y'all over to my best friend. Okay, one of them. I'm not allowed to pick favorites. I do have a good amount of friends that I do really care about. But one of the besties! Echo is playing through Deltarune's first chapter again, so they can go fight Joe. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you guys for joining me. This has been a fun stream. Thank you, Paige, again for the follow. Thank you, Comet, for the bits. Thank you, Kiri, again for the raid. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. All of you. Whether you have been lurking, whether you've been here from the start, whether you have been actively chatting, you are all very important and all mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for joining me and being here with me on this fun little journey that is every stream we do, because it is either 10, 100, 1, 0. We have so much fluctuation to everything we do here, but it is always a goddamn treat. I hope to see you guys next time. I will be streaming again on Wednesday, 6 p.m. EDT. I hope to see you, but even if I don't, just remember to take care of yourself and have a good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whatever it is for you, because time zones are a thing. Bye-bye, everybody! And off they go.